From the end of the week if he wins the whole thing.
First leg is Neil
Well, he's won the
Game
bull-up, and he's the one starting, the Northern Ireland captain, the 49-year-old from County Antrim.
100.
Ballyclare, to be precise. There'll be a fair amount of his friends around that particular part of the world who'll be keeping a very,
60.
very close watch on this. Love their darts up around Northern Ireland.
Yes, they do. Strong times for Northern Irish darts. And it's always been a strong time for the West
60.
Midlands, where Nick is from. I'm sure his close pal Terry Jenkins will be watching on today, hoping that Nick has a great week.
Didn't start particularly well, did it, with his
40.
house being broken into while he was asleep. He's got his car back, though, happy to say. What goes on from there? Well, we will see.
95.
There's Jackie, super fan on the left-hand side. There he is. He reinvented himself in the bar back at the hotel as Meatloaf last night.
60.
He was the Belgian Meatloaf. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
There are 2 words I did not expect to be put together today. Belgian meatloaf.
He was
100.
singing with great gusto.
Oh, it was him, was it?
Yeah,
that's what I could
absolutely.
hear.
Your room's above the bar, is it?
121. Neil, you require
I wondered who that was.
146.
Well, you know now. If you want to remonstrate, you know the man. Not happy with that first dart. Decent adjustment. But Fullwell will come back
122.
with 120. Shanghai for a break, Paul.
Yep, just above the 60 would be preferable if he was to miss the 60. He's missed it quite far east. Trims the 20 off
80.
and then gets the rest of
Neil,
the
you
lead tops,
require
but it should be too
24.
late.
Double 12. Duff, the number 5 seed. Getting closer this time.
Yeah, it has been
indeed.
short in the first leg.
Use
Neil
them
Duff.
beautifully.
Second leg, it's Nicholas throw
Now,
first.
I'm reliably
Game on.
informed, Mr. Rawling, that a certain O'Shea Meister, who was on the stage with me,
43.
was informing me that Neil Duff has been working with a certain mind coach that looked after the likes of Scott Mitchell and Glenn Durrant.
Really? Oh, well, he didn't tell me that. Well, maybe that explains the new approach
100.
where instead of a degree of diffidence, he goes out there and says, well, actually, I'm going to win 3-0. I'm going to smash him.
Well, confidence is something you can't buy,
60.
but you can sometimes part with a few quid and let someone show you the way.
Yeah, and what you can do is it's the mindset, isn't it? It's
91.
change of attitude. You know, I mean, he knows he can play, and so much of darts is muscle memory, isn't it? He knows he can play, but it's actually getting the right mindset as he approaches
59.
a major match.
Absolutely right. You get to the stage that Neil's at in his career with darts, you could say to him, well,
140.
when did you feel your best within a certain game? And if he could bottle that feeling, well, mind coaches can allow you to establish a feeling in a game so you can play at your best. But Nick Fullwell finds a maximum. It won't be his last.
I was going to say, first one of the match. I think we'll see a few more. He's left on a bogey number, and Duff just trying to leave himself a makeable
60.
checkout, and that's not what he hoped for. 110 is rather more than he might have planned. Oh dear.
Should go south now, really.
23.
And that one did not work out.
Neil, you require 110.
110. Oh, great darts. 10 for tops. Here we go.
70.
Well thrown darts,
Nick, you require 136.
but high.
This is a difficult out. Impossible now. Keeps hitting that small one. That's got to stop.
21.
He's
Neil,
not
you
quite settled
require
down into the
40.
match yet, has he, Nick? Well, that's a decent marker. 2 more. Oh, overcooked it. Double 10.
30.
That was all a bit quick
Nick,
for
you
me.
require
He's had a really good
150.
rhythm at the start of this match, but that just felt a little bit impatient. I don't know whether that's the right word. It just felt a bit quicker than some of his earlier visits. Nick's not going to take 115, so he's at
99.
9 from 159 to take the second leg.
10.
Double 5. Not easy.
Yeah, that's
beautifully done. Perfect first darts. If you're going to miss that double five, miss it on the top side, use the first dart, and that's what he did.
Those two darts are at exactly the same height. Just found the right-hand side of the flight, flicked it in, and there it goes. 2-0 in the first set to Neil Duff.
45.
There's definitely been a food theme to some of these costumes this week. I've seen bacon and eggs, I've seen bananas. Today I've seen some hot dogs.
What have the Whitby girls come as today? Have they arrived?
Scarecrows.
Scarecrows? Oh, what else? We've been
68.
builders and astronauts, and today they're scarecrows.
I applaud those ladies for being so creative all week long. They've got more ideas than I've ever had with fancy dress.
They're great fun. They come
59.
here every year and love it. There they are.
Always in the front row as well, always loving the action.
80.
Well, this is a bit of a chance now for Nick Fullwell. He's been slow to awaken in this contest, but now, effectively with the darts, he's got a good chance of forging on from here and pushing towards a break of throw.
60.
Needed a treble, though.
Very much so. Possibly two, just to give himself a better chance of winning this leg. He could be rolled 3-0 in set one if he doesn't get a move on. But all of a sudden, Duffman's losing his range.
Nothing between them on the scores, but Fullwell effectively now with
41.
the throw. But again, he comes up dry in the search for a treble.
I think we've got some Hungarian fans there of Veronica Ihas. She's playing next against Bo Greaves.
I'm sure they were nice messages because they're good people.
I spent the whole morning practicing a little bit of Hungarian.
76.
Are you going to share it with us?
I wanted to see her and say good luck, and apparently it's Shock Serenchet. I think I said that right.
I hope so.
So do I.
59.
We'll be getting tweeted by all our Hungarian viewers. We are on Eurosport, remember?
Yeah, there's plenty of darts fans in Hungary. We'll talk more about that
59.
in the next match. But
Nick
Duffman
Uruguay,
really has
142.
lost his compass when it comes to the treble 20 and the big trebles in total in this leg. I like this play from Nick Fullwell. He's going to go 17 to leave tops. Oh, he didn't
19.
get the 25. I do beg your
New
pardon.
Uruguay 120.
So Duff can win the set.
Good dart. Now for the set.
80.
Annoyed
Nick
to have missed that
Uruguay,
one.
52.
12 for tops. Very good from Nick. Survives. Still has a chance of stealing this set away. And we did see yesterday sets won and lost by people in that match between Richardson and Scott Marsh that maybe they shouldn't have won. That's for sure, because Scott Marsh definitely won at least one set against James Richardson he shouldn't have won.
Bit of a scrappy leg, that one, wasn't it? This match altogether hasn't quite settled down into moments of sustained excellence, which we might have anticipated. This is more like it, and that's a beautiful cover shot.
I've just been looking at the dart shirt of Neil Duff. Look at the front of it. It's a very cool design. It almost reminds me of those,
66.
you know, those birds that sweep in and out and have those lovely patterns in the air when they're
called starlings.
Starlings, that's the one.
A murmuration of starlings.
Oh, Mr. Rolling.
100.
Fantastic work. That's our word of the day, murmuration.
Well, I live in the country. We get a lot of them round us. You know, they're one of the great sights of the winter sky when you see them all together. Thousands of them sometimes.
It is a glorious thing. How glorious can this visit be for Duffman?
100.
It's okay.
He's on a finish. Against the throw. One more leg, remember, needed
59.
for the first set.
Neil Uruguay 164.
The match is played over the best of 5, first to 3 sets to take a place in the next round in the quarterfinal.
100.
Big pressure's got to be applied here.
99. Neil, you require 64.
Another one of those. Or that.
24.
And he's starting to miss tops, and he's showing a
Nick,
little
you
bit
require
of
119.
micro frustration there. This would be a real steal on the 119.
Yeah, tops is his favourite. Normally very sound up there. Well, that's a poor dart. And his chance of getting a check out goes with it.
31.
So Neil gets another opportunity.
40.
This for the set. Tops, double 10. There it is.
Came short of the first set.
Trousers the first set as Nick Fullwell has a...
And wait for the game to come to him.
Well, it's certainly got levels that it could well go to. And this fella can play a great deal more
81.
impressively than he's shown so far. Got his PDC Tour card in January. A 3 times Challenge Tour winner. And at his best, a formidable competitor. But he's not really quite done it so far. And that's more like the Neil Duff we know.
There's the #1 seed, Brian Rahman. He played rather well last night.
What a good match is in prospect when he faces
85.
Richard Veenstra. I mean, yeah, he did play very well, but if Richard can touch those heights again, he's going to take some stopping. He has an inconsistent streak, Richard Veenstra, but at his best, he can really
43.
play the game.
And that game is going to suit both players because they're both quick. I implore every darts fan not to miss that game tomorrow.
It's in the evening, that one.
It should be. I haven't seen tomorrow's session breakdown yet, but we can get that for you in due course. Duffman with only 61 there. And it's a somewhat slow start to set 2 as well. Nick was telling me a little bit earlier about his love of putting giraffes on his shirt, and yet again he was teasing me because he won't tell me what it's all about unless he wins the tournament. So, get your finger out, Nick.
That match we were talking about, incidentally, it's on tomorrow evening. I've been reliably informed, so try and watch that one because it could be an absolute belter. Double top.
65.
Well, Duffman's not having anything go his way in this leg. Not scoring well, leaving bogey numbers. Got to get it right. That's pretty good.
Tops then.
Nick, you require 40.
Can't be affording to let this one slip away. Nick Fullwell doesn't want any mistakes here. Double 10. Now this is a big dart. Double 5. Really important for him, this.
30.
No words
Neil, you
needed.
require 57.
There's Alan Norris, 2014 finalist, sitting with Jim McEwen. Double 10 for Duffman. And that double has been more fruitful than any other for him this week so far.
I think I'm right in saying that Alan's playing tomorrow onwards in a senior competition in Reading. And he thought, well, I'm on the way down there. Where better to stay than down here and catch up with a few old mates?
That's absolutely true. He has joined the seniors tour now, has Chuck. And what we've got there is Chuck and Chucky.
Good spot.
140.
This is more like it. Hope you're enjoying our coverage of this
100.
championship, wherever you may be watching. It's really started to warm up last night, didn't it?
Yeah, I went to bed last night with a real smile on my face after the stuff that we saw in last evening's session. I think there was a real buzz about this place. 262 could have been turned into a ton by Neil Duff had he found 3 treble 18s.
77.
Doesn't get enough. So Nick Fullwell is still kind of in charge of this leg.
Yeah, a ton had serving very well here. Oh, hello. Rather better.
180.
Duff has got to put pressure on because he knows in the last leg Fullwell had
85.
problems on the outer ring. If that happens
41.
again, he's got to be there to pounce.
41 needed. Double 16 now. Double 8. And the problems
33.
continue.
That was a change of
Neil,
plan
you
as well,
require
John.
100.
He would always go 1 for tops. He's changing game plans mid-match. And Duffman is in again for 2-0.
Second life. Neil Duff.
Neil knows his opponent's game, and I suspect that he might cotton on to that. And if somebody's changing plan mid-game, it obviously indicates that they're not happy with the way things are going. And there's some, well, it tells the story, that, doesn't it? Doubling from Duff, good, and from Fullwell, anything but.
There's Team Scotland and a little imposter from Australia who's still in the women's tournament by the name of Tori Kewish. How good was she yesterday afternoon?
Yeah, played a very good game, beating Dieter Hedman.
100.
And so ebullient, so much confidence.
Neil looks a little puzzled as to
60.
why he's not scoring heavier in this game. If you look at the score sheet here, 1 set to love, 2 legs to love in set 2, you would think that he'd be really happy with this situation.
83.
But if you microscopically look at what's happened in this game so far, Duffman's got every right to feel that he's left a lot of shots out there.
Our coverage goes all over the world. We've heard Canadians saying that their mates are watching over there. Australians who are saying that they're watching down under. And, you know, 44. We have a big team here putting all this together. And our sound man tells me that his brother the other night was watching in Dresden.
Ah, that's a beautiful place. Have you ever been to Dresden?
100.
I haven't. Oh, it's gorgeous. They have this place called the Japanese Palace. What a place.
Can't finish now.
94.
So Duff now, this is for the set. He needs 116, treble 19. He needed, can't find it. And looks a little bit frustrated, but pressure on this tops.
Must go, and this set is taking the same sort of path as the first one. Double 10, double 5 must be hit. And it's well done, Nick.
I think that was only his second double in 10 attempts. Might even be more than that. That's just sort of a little tally which I've kept in my head, but he's really struggled on his doubles.
140.
One of the byproducts of the misfortune he had earlier in the week was that his darts were nicked, no pun intended. And he's using a set that he had to get off somebody who had bought these ones previously. He said, I need something that I can rely on. It's good that he was able to do that, but he was obviously playing well with the other set. And he's trying to gain familiarity with these ones once again.
Duff moving on impressively, just needs to hold his throw here. But this is some response.
140.
This one is gaining heat. 125 is not the end of the world at all, because that is 96 left. It will be for the set, and he's got at least 3. He may even have 6.
100.
96 it is then. This is for the second set. Double 18 now. That's a good marker. And he nails it. 2-0. He said he was going to win 3-0, and he is 2/3 of the way there.
I think he was going to get it done, whether it was that dart or possibly the next 3, because Fullwell had left 166. Can't make errors like that. But maybe Duffman was just too good at the right moments in that set once again.
Nick Fullwell told me that he whacked Neil last time they played. Neil said, yeah, thanks for reminding me of that, but this is going to be different. I'm going to get out there and he's going to get it. 43. So far, he's as good as his word.
We've had a lot of different nicknames this week so far. We've had a Mr. Intensity, who was
100.
taken out yesterday, but I suppose if you're going to give someone the tag of Mr. Confidence, it would have to be Neil Duff.
He's played well so far.
140.
It's a better visit. Just one more set needed for the Irishman.
140.
If he starts getting that scoring together as well, Nick's got a whole host of issues, because Neil Duff has won the first 2 sets without really finding his
41.
B+ game.
Neil Unicorn 161.
And he certainly can score big numbers when he gets his iron. Not quite been there so far, as Paul said. That's a decent
77.
switch.
You know what I love about what he said to you as well in that interview that you did with him? I was born to do this. That is a very strong line.
139.
Absolutely.
84.
I mean, some people gets some people's back up hearing things like that. I love to hear it. You know, I mean, I come from the boxing world as well as the darts
44.
world, and
Nick
confidence
Unicorn,
is
138.
so important in that sport, and I think so in this as well.
Treble 18. He went for the second treble 20. I don't blame him at all. Neil Duff on 84 on his last
98.
visit. Almost left
Neil
double
Unicorn,
two.
40.
But he's got tops for the first leg of the third.
Here he goes. This time. Oh
And
yes,
that's been
oh
shown in
yes
the first
indeed.
leg. Neil
Why is he
Duff.
doing it on the third
Second
dart every
leg, it's
time?
Nick to throw first. Game on.
Well, it's a sickener for your opponent when that keeps on happening.
Yeah, when you're standing at the back of the stage, you're thinking, is he going to miss? Is he going to miss? No.
180.
That gets the Fullwell fans going.
150 tournament, 180s now.
100.
Well done to every single player who has contributed to that number, and we're not even close to finishing yet.
Could be another. But no, 5 perfect darts to 6-1, 6 just deflected north. What was that?
I have no idea. Must be a private joke, that one. Or someone that I
25.
am not privileged to know.
I'm told it's Wayno's 50th. So they've all come as Wayno.
Is Wayne an Aussie and he's got an O at the end?
40.
That would make sense.
Pass. What's happening there? We have a little wander around the auditorium.
Well,
Tell you what, that cameraman was moving with some speed, wasn't he?
Have you heard about Wayno's 50th?
141.
One thing I will say, if we are broadcast around the world and people are watching in Australia, I'd like to say hello
85.
to Wayne Weaning.
There he is. There's the man.
Why now?
G'day.
Oh, look at this.
140.
Great stuff. Now, come on,
Nick
Nick.
Unicorn,
Start finding your
56.
doubles quickly. Give yourself a chance.
16 for tops.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, that's what he can do. And he's back on level terms in a set he cannot lose. Cannot afford to lose.
60.
Loving Duffman's temperament in this championship so far. He's only showing emotion at the end of sets, and within sets
100.
he's remaining really focused. That work he's doing with the mind coach is definitely working, because when I saw him at the 2019 World Masters for the very first time, he was a bit
45.
more ragged. He was a bit more passionate within legs. He's definitely got a pattern going, and it works.
He's a mate of another of my commentary
78.
colleagues, Chris Mason, and I bet Mason is keeping a watch out on this one, even though he's doing a little bit of online commentary.
And there's loads of darts going on at the same
81.
time. Chris Mason's like watching The Matrix. Just keeps his eye on every screen.
He's all over the place, isn't he? He's all sort of omnipresent almost.
He might have cloned himself.
140.
He's everywhere.
Fullwell going well, but this is a tremendous response from Duff.
177.
And what a cover shot, as good as a maximum. Went downstairs and nailed the treble 19.
Extraordinary. A more defensive player would have gone for the 25 in bull there. 25 leaving
58.
the 170, but
Neil
just goes to show the
Unicorn,
confidence that the number 5 seed's got.
And only 58 from Fullwell. Maybe just rattled a little bit by that fabulous visit from Duff, but he's not able to build on it.
34. Nick Unicorn,
That one stings a bit.
125.
Now, Nick. Hollywood attempt. There's the 25. No 60.
65. Neil
104.
Unicorn, 104.
For the leg and to put him ahead in this third set. Tops.
64.
Got a bit excited with that one.
Nick Unicorn, 60.
You can't believe it. Nick looking at tops once again with a perfect single.
Yeah,
and a lovely
shots on
tops.
the third line.
Break of throw,
Nick
Nico.
Fullwell.
That's a
Fullwell
significant one for Nick
first.
Fullwell.
Chemo.
Holds his throw now, and he's back in the match taking a set.
When you consider where the averages were after set one as well, they were both high 70s. They're now both on around 87.
140.
So that says to me that since the end of set one, they're playing at around that 91, 92 level. That's a really good standard.
That's a really good scarecrow.
She doesn't scare me.
100.
Yeah, well, you're made of stern stuff. Everybody's used to be very worried by your on-stage persona, all the dark glasses.
85.
And, you know, come on, if you're hard enough, get in my face. Nobody did.
Nope.
Amazingly.
Yep. Everybody knew the real me.
55.
Oh, it's Warby.
He's in action later on, playing Jim McEwen. That's a good match as
41.
well, on paper.
Yeah, I reckon that one's 5 sets. Duff will be hoping this isn't 5 sets. And with performances like that at the hockey, he's got every chance of taking it by maybe 3 sets to love or 3 sets to 1. He said with you, didn't he? He wants 3-0. He'd take 3-1, but if he's prepared
100.
to go 2-2 and then win it 3-2, he will do it. But I think he's more in the mindset of getting this done without going to the very distance.
85.
Decent
Nick
last start, but now
135.
Fullwell on throw. This one for the set, 135. Treble 15 would leave tops. Not to be. So Neil Duff gets the 1-2-1, which we see many times left in matches. Let's see how he goes for it.
Okay, 4's not going to help. He was trying to go the Richard Veenstra route, and he took it 121 to set that average record last night. 66 for Fullwell, and it's for set 3.
Oh, he's gone treble 15. Well, that isn't good. 5-8-8, maybe. Well, there's the 5.
58.
And he's missed it. Now, this is a great chance for Duff.
Neil, you require 78.
Treble 18. Okay, so now it's got to be 25 and bull. The bull is semi-covered, but this is very doable.
53.
Good effort. The way the dart was lying, it
Nick,
just blocked him out
8.
slightly. He had to move along the hockey. Double 4 for Fullwell for the set. Can't get any nearer. There it is.
The third set.
And
Nick
Fullwell takes one back. 2-1. What a good game we've got. It's not a cow. I think it might be potentially a bull.
Ah.
As Richard Ashdown most definitely is.
I would definitely go
99.
with that then. That's got a lot of poetry behind it. Neil Duff wants to create his own poetry in set number 4. He does not want to have the drama
60.
of a crescendo of a game come this afternoon. He does not want to go to set 5. I know I've said that a few times this week, but players don't want to go to set 5.
97.
They want to get it done comfortably.
James Hurrell's fans in the building. James, who's playing Ryan de Vrede later on. Comes from
100.
Morton in the Marsh, James. Do you know that Morton in the Marsh hasn't got a single pub where they play darts? They have to go to Burford. I think that's the nearest place.
60.
And Chipping Norton if they're going to play darts.
That's interesting. Isn't that where Jeremy Clarkson lives?
It's
Chipping
that
Norton?
part of the world, yeah. I don't think Jeremy's a big darter.
He isn't. He doesn't like darts at all.
100.
Shame on him.
Doesn't like quite a lot of things, actually. Oh dear, only a 5.
61.
Now then, Duff, is he going to be able to kick on? 140 would serve him well here. Can it be? Yes, it can.
140.
That was lovely from Duff, man.
Blues Brothers.
He looks very serious.
60.
What was it, John
Neil
Belushi,
Unicorn,
wasn't it? The Blues
101.
Brothers.
Yeah, and Dan Aykroyd.
Yep.
He makes vodka now.
Interesting career change.
Yeah, he's a bit of a
61.
maker of
Nick
very
Unicorn,
fine spirits.
124.
And speaking of spirit, I think we might see some from Nick if he finds this at the start of set 4.
Not to be, so this
43.
is for
Neil
an early
Unicorn,
break of
40.
throw for Neil Duff. Tops, and
that's
oh,
game
that's
short
a
of the
beautiful
first
dart.
leg.
Absolutely
Neil Duff.
perfectly thrown. And he knows
Second
how
leg is
significant
Neil
that
the throw
was.
first. Game.
They are the double tops that you dream about.
Couldn't have walked up to the board and placed it with any more precision than that.
What about these ones as well? Looks pretty good at the start of this set, doesn't he? But there's Vicky Prome. She had a good tournament. She was eliminated last night by Lorraine Winstanley, but she's still got a smile on her face.
Plays county darts for Cheshire.
Correct.
140.
Fine team, Cheshire. Just ask Tony O'Shea.
Yeah, I was absolutely
100.
demolished earlier in the tournament when I suggested that Stockport was part of Greater Manchester, and oh dear, I certainly was made to pay for that one, and that is excellent from Nick Fullwell. Another maximum, and he's putting some big pressure on the Duff throw.
81.
Yeah, big pressure now. He's got the darts. This is a great leg from Nick. 5 treble 20s out of 6 darts. He is noted as a very high scorer when he's on form.
57.
He's always been that way. Even when he made his PDC World Championship debut in the same year as me in 2009. Just goes to show how long ago he made his debut on the big stage. He's always been around as a very
81.
well-respected player, but over the last 12 months, he really has found a bit of form.
Disgusted by that one which slid out there. Neil Duff, treble 18 would leave the bullseye. Not to be, so
58.
despite looking as though he was going to lose this
99.
leg, Duff now with 99.
Look north. Too far north.
He went
39.
tops.
Nick Unicorn 66.
66 for Fullwell, looking at treble 10. And he's got the 6, so 20 for tops. Here we go.
26.
Just high.
Neil Unicorn 60.
I have a feeling that Duff is about to double his lead. Tops. He thought that was in. That one is. And he's very close to winning this match now.
I have a feeling tonight is going to be a good night, as the song says.
He's got one thing in his mind right now. Duffman, 3 sets to 1. Oh, yeah.
Brilliant, though, from Nick Fullwell. He's not going to lie down.
Really is a shame when you get to this stage of a match and they're starting to find their feet a bit more. And there has to be an end. Well, maybe this one's going to go a bit longer. But if Fullwell is going to come through, he's going to have to do it the extreme hard way from 2-0 down in the 4th. And if you used to do that in set 4, well, we've got another set on our hands.
There'll be some battle back if he was to win this. If he were to win this set now.
25.
On throw, bare minimum is that he holds this one. He's got to, or the match is all over.
78.
Next, we'll be having a look at one of the most dangerous players in world darts, in Bo Greaves.
Nick
We've been talking about teenage sensations all week.
She was practicing in the hotel earlier on in the company of her sister Bobby, and saying that she's very happy with the way she's throwing. She's going to be playing Veronica Ihash in the next match.
I don't think Nick's too happy with that 7. 2 treble 1s and a single. That's offered an opportunity to Duff to get back in this leg. A leg that if he wins it now, he will win the game.
You went all Yorkshire there. He's an Irishman.
Yeah, that's because Chris Murphy's in the building. But double 8. That was to save the match.
Now can Duff tuck it away? 93. This is for the match. Treble 18 would leave double 7. Single 18 would leave bullseye. Bull. That first dart's a good guide. Oh, and it wasn't
63.
to be.
You can see what he was trying to do. He was trying to hit
Nick
the dart
requires 16.
and get it in the bull that way. He just missed it. Double 4. Is it missed?
Well,
Well, that's a holder throw.
Nick Fullwell.
Keeps in the tournament.
Forward
He had to do
Neil
that.
throw first.
Neil Duff will feel that he should have put that away with that first dart. A really good guide for the bullseye, but it wasn't to be.
100.
That's history. He has to kick on and continue to play aggressively.
Do you know what, John? I've been in this position in a big tournament where I've had one dart at the bull in a best-of-5 set match,
81.
albeit it was double start in the World Grand Prix. I didn't get another dart for the match. So that tells me that Duff has got to work really hard to get
100.
another shot.
A portent of gloom from Paul Nicholson.
That's just me. That is the story of my
83.
career playing Wes Newton.
Mr. Studdedly miserable.
Gloom and doom when it comes to me versus Wes.
Oh, great darts! And the Irish fans in full voice for that one.
Well, looks like the man in glasses from Northern Ireland might be the anti-Fraser from Dad's Army. You're not doomed.
135. Neil Unicorn.
121 for the match. Great dart. Treble 20 would leave double 18. No, not this time, but he'll be back because Fullwell not on the finish.
That's a great approach as well. The way he's able to deflect any sort of disappointment in this match has been really impressive from Neil.
Neil Unicorn.
Well,
16.
it's been a good mindset. He's not bragged prior to this one, but he's had that confidence, and he says now, come on, double 8, double 4. There it is. He's done it. He's through. He moves on.